As teachers, we wear many hats. We are instructors, mentors, cheerleaders, and yes, assessors. Assessment is often seen as the dreaded grading part of our job, but it's so much more than that. It's about understanding where our students are in their learning journey. It's about celebrating their growth and identifying areas where they need more support. I remember one student, Sarah, who struggled with math concepts. Traditional tests filled her with anxiety, and her scores reflected that fear. I decided to try something different, a quick, low-stakes quiz at the end of each lesson. These quizzes weren't about grades. They were about identifying what Sarah understood and what we needed to revisit. To my surprise, Sarah thrived in this environment. She began participating more in class and even asked for extra help when she needed it. Her confidence blossomed and her understanding of math deepened. This experience was a powerful reminder that assessment, when done right, can be a powerful tool for student growth. It's not about catching students out. It's about catching them up and propelling them forward. It's about illuminating their path to understanding. Assessment for Learning is all about checking in with students during the learning process. It's like taking the temperature of their understanding. We use it to see what's clicking and what needs more time. Think of it like baking a cake. You wouldn't just throw all the ingredients in the oven and hope for the best. You check on it, adjust the temperature if needed. Assessment for Learning is like checking on that cake while it's still baking. Exit tickets, quick writes, hands up, fast surveys, thumbs up, down checks. These are all examples of formative assessments. They give us immediate feedback and help us tailor our instruction in real time. For example, I might ask students to summarize the main points of a lesson on sticky notes. This quick check tells me who grasped the key concepts and who might need additional support. It helps me decide whether to move on or spend more time on a topic. The beauty of Assessment for Learning is that it keeps the learning process active and engaging. Students are active participants, not passive recipients. And when they feel heard and supported, they're more likely to take ownership of their learning. For online teachers, formative assessments can be just as powerful. Digital tools like quizzes, polls, and interactive activities can help gauge student understanding in real time. Providing timely feedback through learning management systems keeps students informed and engaged. Virtual breakout rooms and collaborative activities can foster a sense of community and active participation. By leveraging these tools, online teachers can create a dynamic and responsive learning environment that mirrors the benefits of in-person formative assessments. Assessment of learning is what most people think of when they hear the word assessment. It's about measuring what students have learned at the end of a unit, a semester, or a year. These can be big assessments, the summative evaluations that provide a snapshot of student achievement. Think of this as the final product, the cake after it's been baked and decorated. This might include traditional tests, projects, presentations, or essays. These assessments provide valuable data for grading, tracking progress, and making decisions about placement. While essential for accountability, it only tells part of the story. It captures a moment in time, but doesn't always reflect the nuances of each student's learning journey. That's why it's crucial to balance it with other forms of assessment. Assessment as learning is perhaps the most empowering form of assessment. Why? because it puts students in the driver's seat of their own learning. It's about helping them develop the skills and habits of mind to become self-reflective learners. Think of it as giving students the recipe and the tools to bake their own cakes. They're not just following instructions. They're understanding the why behind each step and making adjustments as needed. This might involve students reflect on their own work, identifying their strengths and areas for improvement. Students provide constructive criticism to one another, learning to analyze and evaluate work through a different lens. Students set personal learning goals and track their own progress. One powerful example of assessment as learning is the use of digital learning portfolios. Students collect their work throughout a unit or semester, reflecting on their growth and selecting pieces demonstrating their learning. Teachers could even have students choose their least favorite work and remove it from the assessment mark. This process encourages them to take ownership and pride in their accomplishments, while also identifying areas where they want to challenge themselves further. Assessment as learning is about fostering a lifelong love of learning. It's about equipping students with the skills to become independent, self-directed learners who are confident in their abilities. In this video, we explored the multifaceted nature of assessment in education. We began by understanding that assessment is more than just a grade. Assessment for learning, or formative assessment. We then delved into the power of assessment for learning, highlighting its motivational and engaging aspects. Next, we examined assessment of learning, focusing on its serious and steady nature. Finally, we discussed assessment as learning, emphasizing its empowering and inspiring qualities. But what does all this mean for educators, students, and even parents? It means that assessment is not a one-size-fits-all approach. By integrating these forms of assessment, we create a balanced and holistic approach to learning and teaching. Picture a classroom where students are active participants in their learning journey. Here, assessments for, of, and as learning coexist, creating a dynamic environment where students are motivated, teachers are informed, and learning is continuously evolving. Effective assessment is key to fostering a supportive and productive learning environment. As we move forward, let's embrace the full spectrum of assessment and make our classrooms places where every student can thrive. Remember, assessment is not the end of learning. It's a powerful tool to guide and enhance it. Thank you for watching.